You know, with the title like Rogue Time, I was gonna make a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers reference by yelling out, "It's Morphin Time! It's Rogue Time!" Get it? No? Okay. No more cheesy jokes. Yeah. Hey everybody, this is David, and today I am going to be talking about The Flash, Season 1, Episode 16, Rogue Time. And wow, what do we get in this episode today? Got some little twists here and there, I guess. Some we kind of knew because of the preview that we got not too long ago, but some twists that I didn't see coming, especially the very end there. So let's get through this. What did I think about this episode? First of all, we get Captain Cold and Heatwave returning in this episode. Love them. I think they're great villains. And they're joined by Snart's sister. That's right, Snart has a sister, and she has the ability to... She has a weapon that can turn things... I wasn't sure exactly what her weapon can do. All I knew was that it could turn people into gold or something like that. I didn't really understand that, so if anybody can tell me in the comment section that could clear that up for me, I'd appreciate that. But yeah, she was cool. I've seen her before. I forgot the actress's name right now, but I know I've seen her before on Smallville. She played Lois's sister on Smallville, so it was cool seeing her again. I like her as an actress, and she's pretty damn hot. So Cisco, you lucky bastard, you got to make out with her. Consider yourself lucky, even though you didn't make it all the way. So yes, Cisco is also captured in this episode, but before that, we kind of get to see him meeting his brother, who he hasn't seen in a long time, because, you know, him and his brother don't really get along. So later in the episode, Cisco is captured, and so is Cisco's brother. And yeah, even I'm not sure, there was no resolution there, I think, at the end with both of them. I know his brother was admitting that, you know, someone from their past, I guess, had a crush on Cisco, and that all happened, I guess. But that was after Captain Cold gave his brother frostbites on his hand. That was the last we saw of Cisco's brother. So, like, I guess he survived, right? I guess he must have went to the hospital or something like that. But the relationship as a whole, I guess we have to see his brother again to really get more from that resolution. I didn't feel it was complete. I felt like there was still more room for that character to return. And yeah, I don't like people being mean to Cisco, because Cisco is cool, man. So that's not cool. But he actually told Captain Cold and company, the Rogues, he told them Barry's identity. Barry was the Flash. And, you know, I'm surprised Wells didn't give Cisco more crap for that. You know, Cisco was the one that invented that freeze gun originally, the original freeze gun. And Wells gave him a lot of crap for this, but this time he was actually a little bit more, you know, nicer to Cisco. He didn't threaten him or anything, because what I really liked about that scene where Wells went to go talk to Cisco when Cisco was about to quit, I really liked that they kind of had the same conversation that they had in the other timeline. So that was really cool. You know, I thought a lot of the new stuff that happened in this timeline, it's interesting because, yeah, we always talk about, like, alternate realities, and if you change one thing, something changes drastically. You know, Back to the Future, I think, explained that all the best about alternate timelines. And Wells doesn't want the timeline change. He even tells Barry, when he realizes that Barry went back in time and things have changed, I mean, yeah, I mean, he wants him to do the exact same thing that he did last time. And, you know, Barry's trying to see if, you know, him and Iris can now get together, and Iris doesn't even remember, and now she doesn't even say what she was really feeling, because in the other timeline she expressed her feelings towards Barry, and I thought, oh, okay, so I guess when he goes back, he's, they're gonna try to work things out. But no, it was a heat in the moment type of situation, which after she did that, I figured, oh, so it was a heat in the moment type situation. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things in this timeline that didn't go the way Barry thought it would have went. There was a lot of, just because he captured the Wither Wizard in the beginning, a lot of things changed. There was some very few similar things that kind of almost went that way, but didn't. Like, what's her name? Iris didn't find out that about Wells. Her co-worker didn't put her on that track, so that didn't happen. But Barry still has the knowledge of what happened, that investigation that was going on, and now looks like he's gonna be investigating Wells. And I'm glad the drama between Iris and Barry didn't last too long. I was kind of worried that when what's his name, Eddie, punched him out, I thought that was going to drag on for a couple of episodes, but thankfully Caitlin, she was smart. She said, what, let's not make too much drama, because we know David hates that. And yeah, so I'm glad they kind of cleared that up at the end. I'm glad that was, no drama for the next episode. Don't worry, this is not going to be like Smallville, where Lana will stop talking to Clark for 3 episodes. I'm glad they didn't go through that route. I am curious, though, when will Barry rat Harrison Wells out? They still don't know that he's the Reverse Flash, Cisco and Caitlin started to figure that out, but Barry still doesn't know. He just knows that Harrison Wells has skeletons in his closet, and he just found out the big one at the end there, where he killed Iris's co-worker. So it will be interesting. I'm looking forward to when that whole thing comes back together, when they find out he's the Reverse Flash, because we know that's going to be handled differently now. And I thought it was going to be revealed in this episode, but I guess I shouldn't have thought that way. But it's gonna get good from here on out for sure. So one thing that I didn't like, I guess it was just the Iris stuff that I didn't like. That was probably the weakest aspect of the episode. It's not. I just hate when they have to have the main character, arguing and fighting with the female lead. I just think it's sometimes like predictable, or so. Well, even though at the end there, I guess it wasn't too predictable, so they kind of saved it. I don't know. We have to see how things turn out. I do want Barry, though, to tell Iris how... Well, I guess he just did, right? I want Iris to, accept it and just, break up with Eddie and just go with Barry. I want these superhero shows to try something different for once, That's the only thing I'm asking for. I really did like at the end there, though, with Captain Cold and Barry, Captain Cold now knows his identity, but he makes he kind of makes a deal, an offer, if you will, to the Rogues, that hey, you want to do what you want to do, no killing. They're setting out rules, and I think it's kind of cool because it kind of is what I don't know too much about the comics, but judging from some of the cartoons, Justice League Unlimited, they kind of had that relationship. The Rogues didn't want to kill the Flash. They loved tormenting him and getting arrested and doing it all over again. And I think that's what they're kind of going here with the Rogues. So the Rogues are going to keep his identity, silent, as long as they can have a little fun with the Flash. I think it's going to be like a dog chasing cars, if you will. I don't know, but anyways, we'll see, because there's supposed to be another episode of the Rogues coming back. There's an episode, I believe, called Rogue Air, so we're gonna have to see how that all turns out. I'm always looking forward to the Rogues now. I think ever since Captain Cold's first appearance, I really have been enjoying the Rogues arc of this season. That's been really cool. And then we obviously got the tease there at the end with Joe and Barry. discussing Harrison Wells leaving us for the next episode. So I'm going to give this episode an 8 out of 10, guys. I really thought it was good. It was a good episode, not great. I guess I was kind of expecting it to be better, but then I shouldn't have expected it to be better, though. So I kind of, once I realized what kind of episode this was, they were toning it down a bit from last week's episode. I kind of lowered my expectations a little bit more and said, okay, this is going to be an average episode. And I was right. It was a good average episode. There was some nice things that they did to keep us guessing or what's going to be happening. So I like that. I like all of that. So, and yeah, next week looks like it's going to be an awesome episode. We got the Trickster coming. Not only this new version of the Trickster, but we got the old version of the Trickster played by Mark Hamill. Luke Skywalker himself is going to be on The Flash, which is going to be awesome. And it sounds like he's going to have his, Joker voice there. I love it. I love Mark Hamill's Joker voice. And it looks like he's going to add a little bit of that to this Trickster, which is going to be nice. So until next week, guys, take care.